Sister Louise, I know you're enjoying your pioneering, but what influenced you to want to take up the pioneer service?
Well, Brother Boucher, when I look back, there's definitely two things that stand out. One was my father was a regular pioneer when he was about my age, so through my childhood I grew up on his experiences and how much he enjoyed the regular field ministry. And I knew I wanted to have those experiences one day myself. And also, my parents made sure I was out regularly with the regular pioneers from a young age. And they instilled in me not only a love for the ministry, but a want to continue on in it.
Okay, very good. So what else motivated you for the full-time service? What was maybe the number one factor?
Well, I think there would be two people that are involved in that. Brother and Sister Burge, who were in the circuit work when I was about 11 years old. No matter what obstacle was put in their way, they always had a smile on their face every time they came to visit us. And they really enjoyed the field ministry. That's what they attributed their joy to. Brother Burge took a specific interest in the young ones, having special talks just for us on how to attain goals and set them too.
Good. So looking back, what else stands out in your mind that had a positive influence for you to expand your ministry?
Well, outside of the Kingdom Hall and outside of the ministry, my parents made sure I regularly associated with the pioneers. They ended up becoming some of my best friends because we had them over all the time, and I knew I wanted to be part of that happy group.
Very good. Thank you, Sister Louise, very much. Now let's talk to Sister Michelle Barwick. She's in the San Diego Chinese congregation, which meets up in Poway. Sister Barwick, are there really very many Chinese-speaking people in San Diego?
Yes, there are about 40,000 Chinese-speaking households.
Wow. Now, I know you decided to take the Chinese language course and join the congregation pretty recently, but what was the main factor that contributed to your wanting to expand your ministry?
Well, my mom was a strong example from when I was young. She had the habit of always taking us to the meetings, the assemblies, the conventions, and she loved reading the yearbooks and the experiences in the magazines, and she would share her favorite ones with us. And she auxiliary pioneers when she can, and she has the goal herself of pioneering in the Philippines.
All right. What else had an influence on you?
We had the privilege of having the book study in our home, and there was a brother who had been a missionary in India. And it intrigued me, the thought of being able to reach people with the truth through either missionary work or reaching out for other avenues of service.
Right. So taking up Chinese, now how did that happen?
Well, there was a talk that Brother Cohen gave a couple years ago about seizing every opportunity to serve Jehovah. And my husband and I were able to go to China on vacation last year. And we loved the food, the people, the culture. And when we came back, we mentioned to Brother Cohen that we were interested in maybe attending one of the meetings, and we had just enough time to sign up for the Chinese language class last September.
Very good. Now I know it's only been a little over a month that you've been in the Chinese congregation. Did you know any Chinese when you started the class?
I didn't know anything, but the congregation is really supportive, and the people in the ministry really want to hear what we have to say since we're working so hard to learn their language.
All right, very good. I wasn't going to ask her, but I'd like to hear her say something in Chinese. Go ahead, Sister Barwick.
说耶和华运用让我很高兴.
All right, so what did you just say?
It makes me very happy to be used by Jehovah.
All right, very good. Thank you so much.